What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of You Heard What I Said podcast, where we discuss real, raw conversations about life, love, relationships, and the lessons we learn. If you can tell, I've been drinking, so bear with me. What's up, Kion? Long time.
What's up, Precious? That's a nice way to intro yourself. I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Just trying to get my words together, and I already had a shot. So, hey, it is what it is.
It's all good. Hey, try this. Say Q-E-Q-R.
What? E what?
Q-E-Q-R. Do that.
Q-R. All right?
Now you're straight.
Okay, I'm good.
You're good now, yeah.
How you been?
I've been good. I know you can't tell nothing's different, but I've been good. Good weekend, but I guess I'll get straight into it. So I know you can see me, and but you don't see anything differently on my face. However, back again with the eye surgery, so I'll just get right into it. So yeah, still a little red, still sore, but just real quick, I'm not going to go into too much detail, but I was almost done with my 3-month recovery. Then I had a follow-up appointment, and they're like, nope, it's starting to detach again. You got to go into surgery. Yeah, so it was supposed to be set for like 5 days from then, and then I got a personal phone call from the doctor herself. She's saying, hey, you need to do it, ASAP before you can't wait over the weekend. And so, yeah, so I got it done, and now it's a little different with the retina surgery. It's actually a buckle in my eye, which is supposed to keep it together. And I was awake for the whole thing, and I know, right? I saw like with the gas bubble. I saw the squirting the bubble in my eye. I saw the black, all of a sudden my eye just went black. It was like, whoosh, you could just see it going in my eye.
Oh.
But, I know, right? But I'm in recovery. This recovery seems to be shorter than the last one. So I'm optimistic that things are good. Got to follow up in about a week. But, that's all that's been going on with me. What about you?
Say, that's all.
Right. That's all. Yeah.
Same old, just trying to get outside. I actually did last night, hung out with a friend, so I'm feeling double fine.
Double fine.
Hey, I'm not a lush, y'all. Believe me, I'm not. It's just social.
It's social.
Right, absolutely. But besides that, I've been good. Yeah, my good friend, she's actually in Paris. So shout out to you. I hope you're enjoying yourself.
Paris, Texas, or Paris, France?
Paris, France.
Oh, wow. Bonjour, monsieur. Comment allez-vous?
Exactly.
That's all I know.
Yeah, so happy birthday, Keisha. Have fun.
Wow. Happy birthday, Keisha. Have fun. Enjoy the lights. Enjoy Paris, well, whatever they call it.
Exactly. So she's been posting. So I'll be able to keep up with her. Yeah.
That's cool.
Right. But today, before we get into it, we said we were going to be doing big things this time.
Big things? Yeah.
Right. Big things. 2024. Exactly. So we're going to start it out with, we're actually going to bring on guests. So that's exciting. I'm happy about it. And we got our first one here right now.
Let's do it. It's go time. Let's go.
Let's get ready for Hard Knock.
Hard Knock. What's up, my dog?
What's up, Kion? What's going on?
What's up, Hard Knock? What's up?
Not much. I finally made it to the show.
Definitely appreciate that and appreciate you. I wish I could be there, but I can't hit the planes yet.
Right.
Understand. Look, Hard Knock is responsible for our intro and our outro. So thank you.
This guy.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's what I'm talking about.
Right. My best friend over here, my day one. So I figured, what better person to bring on for our first guest?
And we're actually in Hard Knock Studios.
Ooh. Over here today.
Dang, that's what I'm talking about. Hard Knock Studio in a remote location.
Right, no green screen, none of that. So yeah, you got your drink ready, because we over here with some shots. We about to toast Hard Knock one time.
Yeah, I got a little lemonade.
Refreshing drink.
Yes.
All right, well, cheers.
So cheers to you guys. Yes.
Yeah, okay. All right, we really about to get into it today. Y'all know I'm a lightweight.
Let's do it.
Okay, so today's topic is it's all about trust. And once trust is broken, do you all think that it could be repaired, or is it like forever, ever irreparable? So
Ever?
So who we gonna start with? Should we give our guess?
Oh.
We're gonna say yes or no, and then we elaborate after everybody do that.
Well, before we even begin, Hard Knock, I apologize. Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself? Because I'm all over the place today.
I'm Hard Knock, that guy. The outro. I'm a truck driver by day, producer by night. I am signed to a label for TV and film, so you may hear a couple of, beats and songs out there made by me. I'm signed to Lady Luck in New Jersey. And yeah, I like to have fun and like to jump on people's shows like this.
So, question real quick: How long you been a producer? How long you been doing this?
I started like in I was singing that. So produced. I think I started like in 2002.
Okay, so about 20 years.
Yeah. I saw off on a little Casio. I used to have to put batteries in the Casio. It didn't loop. It only had 6 tracks. I'll play my heart out, And but it's been about that long, So
and do you have pictures of that, of the Casio, or any pictures, film, recordings?
I may have to look for some.
Look for some, because we definitely want to see the progression from where you started to where you're at now.
Yeah, I started with that little Casio, and I got a full-blown studio, in a remote location.
Right.
Yeah, so.
Look, like I said, this is day one. We've been in here, 25 years strong? Oh my goodness, that's a long time.
That's long. Yeah.
It's a long time. So yeah, okay. Well, we thank you for
You're
joining
welcome.
us. So Hard Knock, do you think that trust can be repaired or not?
I do.
Okay.
Whenever.
Yeah.
So I think it can be repaired depending on the person you're dealing with. You got some people out here who don't really understand trust to begin with, and then you got people out here who do understand it. So the people that do understand it, those are the people I think, would actually consider the repairing it. But if you don't, really take trust too serious, then you're like, no, that can't be repaired. So,
Okay.
yeah.
I'm not too sure. I'm like a little bit on the fence where, one, I think it depends on what it was, what type of trust was broken. And after that trust was broken, I think I'm at a point where now I trust you to do what you're gonna do. I'm kind of like that. I don't trust you fully anymore. I don't know if I will ever gain that back, but I trust to know that, okay, I already know to expect A, B, and C from you because that's what you've shown me. And I'm not sure, especially at our big age, I'm not sure if those people are still really growing and if they're going to show me any type of change. So, yeah, I don't know. What about you, Kion?
That is a good point, because age does make a difference. Because some people, once you get to that age, you're set in your own ways, and then that's that. But to answer your question, yeah, I think it can be repaired. But going to both you guys' response, it all depends on the person, and it depends on the situation, like what trust was broken. That's a huge factor. Because if it comes to, first of all, I did binge watch a little something this weekend.
Okay.
So I'm not sure if you want to bring that up, but I'm done. The season's over with. So if you want to bring that up, you can. But I saw it all, and we can talk about the individuals, we can talk about situations. But that, after watching that helped me, with more clarity in terms of this question, because yeah, it can be repaired. As long, first of all, if it's a lie, like how long are you stretching it out for? Because if you're just continuously go over and over and over and over again, then finally after months or years, you're like, well, then I don't think that's repairable. But if you do something on a kind of spur of the moment, and that you really do it not for the intent to hurt the other person, then yeah, it can be repairable.
Okay. I've had people to break my trust, and I would sometimes I kind of I'm more of an observer. So it's like, I'm gonna watch you, I'm gonna watch your actions. So I might not necessarily say anything right away. It's probably not a good thing, because I tend to hold things in. But I had someone to break my trust, and then I came to them about the situation, and they were like, "What? Did I do something wrong?" And that kind of was like, "Oh, I felt that a little bit." So it's like, "Oh, okay." And
did they honestly didn't know, or they was just?
I think they generally didn't think that they did something wrong,
okay.
and that's okay, because I mean, if you really didn't think so, but it's like, now if it was done to you, you would have been in your feelings a little bit about that situation. So it definitely made me look at that person differently. So that person is still in my life. I still have them around. However, I do choose what information I provide them with, what I share, and how much energy I choose to give them, because it's like, no, that's kind of broken. In your mind, you didn't think that you did anything wrong. You were like, no, I'm not even going to apologize for it. Like, I did what I did, now what? So it's like, okay, now I got to treat you accordingly. So.
That's kind of, yeah. What's up?
So it's you and another person.
Okay.
And then they do something that breaks your trust.
Right.
That trust that was broken, is that was a certain amount of trust that you were giving them, or that you were receiving from them, that you're saying is broken?
I guess the trust that was broken was what I'm putting out, because when I meet people, I'm gonna go in with my all. I'm gonna give you all the respect, all of that, all the trust, all the love, all the care, until you come in and break it. So I'm more, I guess, hurt by that I extended.
So you're giving the trust.
Yes, I'm giving the trust. So I'm hurt by that I'm extending this to you, and you're not reciprocating it back to me.
Okay, what about you, Kion?
Yes.
You told me.
Man, this is like, I need some to fully understand this. So
I guess it's more about your trust of the other person.
Exactly. Right.
Okay. All right. So it's about the other person trusting me, or me trusting the other person. Is that what you're asking, or?
Well, because that's what you want to know. Because if you feel like, okay, I no longer trust this person, was that because you're no longer extending trust, or you're no longer receiving the amount of trust that I guess they're extending to you?
But just like what Precious said, sometimes that other person doesn't know that they're doing anything wrong. And so that's where communication comes into play, because do y'all want to talk about the show, or
we can get it?
Yeah. So we're talking about.
So y'all both have seen it, or?
Yeah.
Because we can kind of piggyback on a couple of different characters and the trust, because like when they enter, we'll go ahead and talk about it, and then I'll kind of answer your question if that may help answer what you're asking.
Right. The show was called, is it something Trust?
Trust the
Yeah.
greed, something like, yeah, I think
Yeah, the trust and like something of greed or something. Yeah.
Yeah, The Trust, and it's on Netflix, and it's a game show about they come in, I don't remember how many people started.
it was 11.
Okay,
11,
so
yeah.
11 people, and what was the amount of money initially?
250,000.
Okay, 11 people up to win $250,000. You didn't have to do anything but survive with these 10 other people. And well, okay, so these 11 people total, all you had to do was survive, and you could walk away with the equal amount of money of the
It's like
entire
20-some thousand. Yeah.
Right, yeah. So I mean, they did have like little quests where they'll pose you with like these questions. If you choose to do this, you can either take a certain amount of money out of the trust and you can have it, but you might have to vote somebody out, or whatever the proposition was. So they did kind of tempt you. I think it was like maybe once a week within the show. So yeah, it was interesting.
Yeah, it
So
was. So go ahead. No, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, so why did you pose the question?
Because the way I look at it is this: you know, you don't experience anything outside of yourself.
Yeah.
Everything you experience in life comes from within yourself.
Mhm,
So if you're giving the trust to a person,
mhm,
at the point they so-called do something where you be like, well, I don't trust them no more,
mhm.
then what you that point is you no longer have any trust to give, which means could you look at yourself like you're actually trustworthy if you don't have the trust to give?
Mhm.
That's why I said that.
Man, we're getting deep. We need to write a song about this. but getting to hopefully this may answer your question. So watching the show, they all come in, and the thing about it, they all come in with different backgrounds. There's there's a person that's a millionaire, the person that was homeless, person that's a farmer, countryman, person that's a retired, single mom, whatever. So all these different backgrounds. So they all experience different everything, different races, different ethnicity, different, colors of the skin. I can't say, it's hard to say that word. But the different states, even different countries, really. And so they all come in not knowing each other, and immediately they say, hey, you got to trust us, you got to trust everybody, you trust us, we will give you money. But again, everybody has their own life, everybody has their own reasons. The millionaire, like, I'm not in it for the money, I'm in it for the experience. One's like, hey, I'm from a whole different country, I want to be the first generation to finally have some type of money for my family. They all come in thinking, yeah, I'm gonna get my fair share of the money. But when it comes down to it, you're like, it's all about self, like, what's in it for me? And so that's where when we talk about trust, like, what's in it for me? Why should I trust you? I don't know you. I don't know your background. I don't know your reasoning. I don't know anything about you. You could be this, you could be that. Because it's funny, because after the show was over with, I started doing some searching, and like, this one person was not a good person at heart, and he appeared to be totally different on the show. And I'm like, whoa! But put up a facade for the pretty much for the show, I guess, so to speak. And it's like, you gotta really get to know the person. So if you know someone for years and years and years, that's why I think it's easier to not only give the trust, but then if it's broken, to be able to repair it, because of the fact that you've gone through stuff, exactly how that person is, what their goals, objectives in life is. And so I think it can be repairable. And so I won't look at myself thinking like, am I the bad person? Like, what's wrong with me? Because I'm trying to be open. I'm trying to know who you are. And, I just want to make sure that I'm not being hurt, or I'm not putting my all into it. But also I read and heard that you got to put your all into it, because if you don't, then you're not living your life to the fullest either.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there was one guy, and he kept saying every time that he was tempted, he was like, my character is not for sale.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I thought that was commendable, Now, is that the one that you were saying that?
No, but when you talking about with the beard.
Yeah, I can't
No,
remember.
it's funny. It's funny you say my character's not committed, but again, he still took what, 30 grand on the side.
You know what? But I agree with the reason why he took the 30 grand, because like you said, I wouldn't let nobody else take this offer, considering the type of people in his house and what they would do instead of what he chose to do. So
Good,
I mean,
right? Good point. I'm real quick on that. Good point. However, if someone else took money, for their family, whatever, why would you feel that person did something worse than you did if y'all both took money to be able to help someone else?
I think the reason was that offer was unavoidable. Like, he had to take it, and the fact that he had to take it, he was always the one that didn't vote. And like him and like the other two guys said, that I'm not voting for anybody, but if I see that somebody else is going to vote somebody else, then I'm going to vote for them. So, I mean, faced with that type of decision, I get it, because if he let, one of the girls who was voting people off from the beginning, get that offer, it's like not only would they have took the money, they would have did something dirty also after the fact. So I think that's the difference in it. It's almost like, should I cut off one hand or should I cut off both of them? And he just chooses to cut off one hand. It's like, well, I have no choice as far as should I take this money, but I'm gonna take it because I know I'm the best one to do it, as opposed to all these other people that probably get a hold to this offer and do something dirty with it. I mean, I get it.
Well, I get it. I don't know how I could survive in that game though, because it's like, okay, I don't know you, but I need to trust you. But then there's money in front of me to help my family, and I can have it to where nobody knows it was me. And it's just that's a good show. So
good show. I can honestly say that show triggered me.
Yeah.
Because I saw a lot of deceitful things in the show, and it's just like, and see, on the topic of trust, it's like you had the girls, for instance. They start talking about what the other guys was doing, or no, let me take that back. They started talking about what one of the other girls was doing on their team and claiming that she's distrustworthy. But this brings you to my point about trust. If you're at the point where you no longer extend trust, that's because that's who you are. So this is why you somebody else and say they're not trustworthy, because it's really, it's like a mirror effect. And a lot of people, even the people on the show, don't understand that the things you project or say about other people, well, that's truly you. It just takes something to bring that out in yourself, and you clearly seen it. It's like you talking about this person and that person saying they distrustworthy and they not this, but at the same time, you're exactly that. And that was my issue with it. It's like everybody can get a piece of the pie because you didn't have to do anything. The only thing you had to do was not vote anybody off. And from the very beginning, these girls made a pact to say, well, you're gonna vote this person, I'll vote this person. And it's just like, that never had to be, So.
Right. It never had to be, but when you think about life in general, everybody is looking for a flaw. Like, I knew it. You waiting for that I knew it type of situation. And that's why I knew that when I first saw it, I thought, okay, everybody's going to survive. But then I was like, you know what? This is reality. This is real life. They're not, because if you have bad breath, they're going to be like, no, this dude has to go. Because you know what I'm saying? Because like one person was at the very beginning, they were talking seriously. I was straight up, dude. Because at one point they were talking about someone was snoring, and I was like, man, should I kick him out because he's snoring too loud?
Snore. Right.
So it was like, and then like that millionaire was like, okay, he doesn't. Well, I'm not even gonna talk about him because nobody knew. But I'm glad that he was in there because he got a reality check. Because it is a status quo, a symbol, whatever, where if you make money, you perceive it a different way. And he came in trying not to flash or whatever, but then all of a sudden, and he was being treated nice and fair, but then also he told him who he was, even though he kind of lied a little bit in the beginning. But I don't think it was about that. I think it was more about, him being a rich 22-year-old kid, thinking that it was given to him and everything like that. And so everybody is in like the grandma or whatever, not grandma, but the retired one, she was my favorite, man.
Graham.
Yeah, Graham. She was my favorite. But everybody has their own situations where it's like, okay, you say something wrong, because you got to be perfect. But if you all of a sudden you say something that you think, I didn't say anything wrong, but also if someone takes it the wrong way, they're like, no, you have to go. And that's where it's like, man, it's just more reality check where you got to, really be careful, because people are sensitive, and that's what it was all about. So it wasn't about, can I trust you? In my opinion, it was about how sensitive can I be, or how, because, you do something, like you said, you fart or something like that, and all of a sudden, like, oh man, I can't, it doesn't smell like roses. This person has to go. And it's just like, man, it's not really necessarily about can I trust you. It's more about what can I say to get you out, because I don't know. It was just amazing to me to see that some people were kicked out just because, the dude, this dude has his shirt, unbuttoned, and all of a sudden he has that perception as a gigolo or whatever, and this person says this or this person does that, and they already have that perception where, okay, I got my eyes on you. I'm not going to trust you just because of the way you look, talk, act, what words you say. So it's that show was more detailed than just voting someone out. It was more reality, as nobody really trusts anybody, it seems like.
Well, I mean, with the exception of the guys who never really voted nobody out. They said it from the beginning, and then they stuck to it until, they saw, the deceitfulness in the girl Lindsay. And then I believe that the girl Tulo was next, but that was the last vote. And they like, whatever, we, gonna let everybody go home with the money. But they stuck to what they said, because, when they had that portion where it's like, well, let's see how many people got voted off up to this point and show how many people you voted off. Well, when you looked at the guys, they hadn't voted anybody off. And to that point, so they stuck to what they said. So it all goes back to what I said as far as how much trust you have within yourself. If you're a person with integrity, regardless of what people do, usually you're still going to uphold a certain level of trust. It's not until you're the person who's, distrustworthy where you're going to experience a lot of that yourself, I believe.
Yeah, that's why the guy, Brian with the beard, who, I like, he was like, yes ma'am, yes ma'am, yes ma'am. And guess what? He ended up with the most money.
The most money, yeah.
Like 73,000 or something like that he ended up with.
More than that,
because they got because they ended up with 40-some thousand.
Yeah, and he made 30. Yeah. All right. So I do have a question. All right. So going back to the trust. So if all of a sudden someone does something to you where you kind of are taking a step back, like, I don't know if I should trust that person anymore. What will it take for either you to what will it take for them to regain your trust, or what will it take for you to relinquish yourself up to trust them again?
I think, like they always say, actions speak louder than words. So if somebody came and they were genuinely like, I apologize, I know, what I did was wrong, or, blah, 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 I'm working on it to do better, I want to grow, I'll be like, okay, I'm not going to deny anybody that opportunity, because I would not want them to do that to me, because, I'm not perfect, we're all learning and we're growing. So I definitely would accept that offer. And I might actually give you more than one opportunity, because, I know there's some slip ups. So the first time I might be like, okay, you said you was going to do A, B, and C. Like, I haven't seen it yet. But if they continue to show me who they are, then it's like, all right, like, this is not somebody I choose to have, in my circle.
What about you, Hard Knock?
I don't really look at it like it's something that they have to do. I think that it's something that I have to do. And that's pretty much like, the way I felt when the so-called trust was broken. It's like, instead of looking at them like, well, why did you do that? I'm looking at myself like, well, why do I feel this way about what they did? So once I established that within myself, it's like they still got 100% trust in me. So,
okay.
Oh, good guy. I'm not there yet. I'm working on it.
I'm still looking at the fact that, if I'm not extending trust, that means I don't have it myself to even extend it. So it's like I got to always make sure I got my own self-integrity and a certain level of trust, be it extended. And then, I can't expect somebody to uphold certain levels of trust with me, when I know they're gonna fall, because I may fall, but if I'm based off, a certain level of trust that they can't uphold, then I have to judge myself. And that's what I'm just not gonna do.
Okay, so let me ask you this. Say somebody did something to you and you decided to no longer want to be involved with that person, and say you like, nah, I don't think we need to be friends anymore. Do you consider that a trust thing, or
I just consider that me and them people are not on the same vibrational frequency. So if the vibrational frequencies are different, it's like, yeah, you need to go your own way the way I go my own way, because I don't want to find myself lowering my vibration because of this person. So it's good to move around. And then when they raise the vibration or whatever, it's like, okay, then now we can gel. But
so you don't consider that no, I don't trust you type perspective?
No, it's just what you're doing, I don't agree with it. And I don't want to allow that thing to make me start not trusting you. It's almost like when you start resenting a person or something like that. It's like, I don't want to get to that point with anybody. So the best thing to do is just kind of separate yourself, from them. But not just separate them like I'm blocking them, screw them, this and then the other. It's like you separating love. I understand there's some things that you need to work on, as well as myself, because you got unlearned behavior, and I still may unlearn behavior, so it's like it's best you go your way and I go my way. And when we figure it out, meet back up,
And you still got love for them, though. You still because they're still growing in themselves, because everybody has their own time frame. Just like you said, Precious, that you're not there yet, or regarding that topic. Everybody has their own time frame, because I look at it where one thing that, who was it? Just being the communication, being a listener, I think that would have solved a lot of issues, because everybody is in there for their own reason. If I made like what's his name? Brian, the millionaire? No, not Brian. The kid, the millionaire kid.
Bryce.
Bryce. Yeah, if let's say I came in there and we talked, he would have been open up to me day one about his status and everything like that, just because of the fact that I would, ask questions. It's all about asking questions and listening, because everybody wants to be heard, just like he wanted to be heard, because finally he just like, I just gotta tell somebody, because everybody wants to, what I'm saying? He just, I gotta tell somebody. He was just like, he couldn't hold it in anymore. Everybody wants to be heard, but if you do that, then you would have figured everything out on why people would do this and do that, because I knew that Tolu was going to take something eventually, because she kept on talking about being from Nigeria and taking care of her family. You knew she was going to do something. You knew Julie was going to take, that's not Julie, she was going to take something, because she kept on talking about being foster care, or being not being abandoned, pretty much not seeing love. That's why she was attached to the Jake day one, pretty much, because remember the episodes before we talked about that in terms of the attachment, because she never got that feeling of love in her life, and that's why she easily got attached to him. And so if you just really listen to everybody, you could feel who's going to take it, who's not going to take it. You knew Brian wasn't going to take anything. He's like, dude, I'm in it for everybody. I love everybody. I just wanted to just have somebody to my family. So you knew, and then like that Jasper, I knew he wasn't going to take it really anything, just because he just wanted to be her. He just like the social butterfly. He just wanted to talk and just be friendly.
I think he said that. Yeah.
And so you could just listen and see their actions. Like, say the actions, you could figure out the whole thing as to what was going to happen.
I would be okay if, like you said, going in there talking to people, because for some reason people always gravitate towards me and tell me their whole life story. I was just somewhere the other day, and he told me about his future wife, his future kids, where he went to school, all the degrees that he had. I'm like, can you just check me in? It's like I know everything about you.
Hey man, I'm just trying to get a pizza.
Right. But if people would just come in and be honest and say, look, if I'm presented with an opportunity to take money, I'm just letting you know now, I'm gonna take it.
Yeah. But see, here's the thing though. But because of the fact that everybody's not like that, the person who you say that to is going to be like, all right, this person has to go, and then all of a sudden he or she's going to try to make the other people go against them, and he'll probably be the first one voted out.
Yeah, but I could respect that. Just Tell me. I don't care. Okay, you gonna take it? Fine. You do you.
But it's like the other girl who was Tolu's friend.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Was it Winnie?
Yeah, Winnie.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
When she got voted off, she felt the need to, put the girl on blast and this and that.
Mm-hmm.
But, that's something that triggered me because the thing she was saying, it's like, well, none of this would be this way if none of you start voting people off in the first place.
True.
So, I mean, still once and all, it's like you're calling somebody out, but the thing you calling out is just a reflection or a mirror of yourself.
Yeah.
It's always going to be that way. Like projections is a mirror of yourself, whether you realize it or not, so.
Yeah, people fail to take accountability for their actions. Yeah, they always want to blame the person. So.
Agreed.
I don't know. It was a good show. With Tolu, it was funny because even at the end when she was hugging the guy, when they were all so happy, like, oh, we walked out with all this money, and he asked her, like, was it you? And she was like, nope. It was like, even at the end, she still, wasn't honest with the situation. That would have been the perfect time to open up and be like, yeah,
I would have felt her energy, be like, she did it, y'all.
It was hard.
Right. What she saying, when she got the first offer to take the money, she was taking the money.
And be out.
Exactly.
Be out.
All right. Like, I'm out. Day one.
I was about to go home.
Day one. Now this is the first offer you get.
Like, I don't want to know y'all. Give me my money.
Yeah, that kind of sounds a little bit like me.
And honestly, I think it's what Kion said. I think it's the fact that they came from many different ethnicities, so it's like when you got somebody who experienced a certain amount of poverty, it's like, I'm trying to get this bag.
Right.
So that can make a difference too. It could be all women, but all of them never experienced poverty.
Right.
So they're like, no, let's let everybody, because they understand what it feel like to have to, so I think it's just the people's background,
That's true. That's
pertain to if they all gonna not vote or they all, or some people will.
Right.
So that is true as well, because just like the retired person, she didn't Mama J, whatever, she didn't really need it, I don't think, did she?
No,
I think she just wanted. I just think she just wanted to like have interviews and just fart. Because remember she was talking, laughing, she just farted like.
Yeah, she's like 70s.
Yeah, she was 70. Yeah, she was just out there just having fun, and that's why she was like, "Peace, I'm out. Y'all too young for me. I don't want to deal with this. I just want my money, and I'm gone."
I'll bring up another point though. It's weird that Julie, Winnie, and Tolu, when they found out Bryce was a millionaire, they were saying things like, "Well, you don't need the money." But what they didn't understand is that, 2 points. Even though he didn't need the money, he was still willing to share with everybody. So that should have taught them something. Yeah. The second thing is, if I was on that show, instead of voting that guy off, I would have tried to attach myself to him, considering the fact that he was a millionaire. So it's like, the money I win, let me see how I can invest this and make more than what it is.
Right, yeah.
So you want to be closer to people like that, instead of just like, no, he don't deserve it. It's like, but, you don't end up getting abundance like that by not sharing it. Right. You get abundance by sharing, because.
And then who knows?
Yeah, go ahead.
No, go ahead. Because what
sharing is, what you sharing? What you saying is, if you don't have it to share, you don't have it at all. That's actually lack. So the universe is going to produce lack for you, or that's what you're going to experience is lack. But the more you can share, the more it's going to come back to you because you're saying you actually have it. Yeah.
And who knows what he was going to do with the money? Because he was there for the experience. So he's pretty much, even though he got the business handed down to him, he says no. He was like, no, honey, I'm earned on commissions. I made my money. So I can see he's hustling. When he came in, this. I could tell he's hustling out there. But
but
so he got to step up, but he still made his own. And so I look at it to where, what would he have done with it? He could have donated, or he could have helped someone else, and you don't know. Yeah, he has his own, but what could he have done, if he won that?
Even if he kept it, that's his business.
That's his business.
Can't one person make all the money in the world? So it's like he was never taking anything away from them.
Right? Yes, that's the thing. Yeah. That's the thing. Yeah. So I wouldn't mind. Just
Yeah. I did want to say something about Bryce too.
Okay.
Yeah.
When he said he was gonna tell all the people, I said they finna vote him off.
Oh, absolutely.
Mouth shut.
Because
I knew they was gonna vote him off after that.
The fact that they shared all those secrets in the beginning and people was like, oh yeah, that's me. And it's like, if you didn't want them to know that information, then why did you even tell the show to begin with?
Yeah, I would have said something else.
Yeah,
like,
when
I was little, I used to eat my fuckers. Like, that would have been my secret. Like, not that,
Right.
yeah, I'm the millionaire.
Exactly.
Like,
I would not have shared that.
Yeah.
So we haven't done it in a few weeks, but we would end the show with a thought of the day. So maybe I will pose this to you, Hard.
I already got it ready.
Oh, okay.
My thought of the day,
Okay.
based on, trust,
Okay.
and can cover a lot of different things,
Mm-hmm.
is be the change you want to see.
Oh, I love that.
If you want people to be trustworthy, set the example, and you be trustworthy yourself.
I love
So
that.
yeah, be the change you want to see.
Okay,
Yeah.
perfect. Yeah, we gonna blast that on the
That was
screen.
quick. I was like, Clint Eastwood.
I'm gonna have a medallion right here next time. That's what it's all about. It starts within. Yep. Everything starts from within. So that's awesome. Yep.
Well, this was a good one, and thank you so much, Harna, for being our first guest. Woo, woo, woo,
I'm out.
woo, woo.
I hope y'all have me back, and thank you for inviting me to the podcast. appreciate it.
Absolutely, absolutely.
But I'll
So
definitely come back.
yeah, that was great. So how can everyone reach you, Harna?
Don't. No. Is H_.knock on Instagram. Same thing for what's the other thing? TikTok.
Oh, okay.
And
Mhm.
and I'm Universe on YouTube. So
Okay.
yeah.
Wonderful. Sounds good. Yes. So reach out to my bestie over here. Yeah. See what he got going on. Absolutely. And Kion, how can they reach you? Because I always forget. So I'm gonna do you first.
I can be reached at Kion said 37 at same TikTok, Instagram, IG. I don't know about the X yet, but all the others. What about you, Ms. Precious?
Yes, you can reach me at Precious Said 888 on Instagram and Snapchat. I love the filters.
And you know what? All the shows I watched that y'all have, I've never heard You Heard What I Said. I was looking to be a part of the You Heard What I Said line. I like that.
But you
I
just
should
did
have
it. You just did
It was
it.
supposed to come at a time like, I used to eat my boogers when I was little. You heard what I said. Like,
I know, right?
maybe they want to get.
Well, I mean,
Okay, well,
it's
yeah, I
okay.
want to hear that line from the,
It's okay. We were so engrossed with everything that was going on, but you heard what I said.
See, that's what I'm talking about. Pop your collar.
Right. Yeah, so once again, an episode in the book. So don't forget, please like, share, subscribe, ring the bell, all of that good stuff. Yeah.
And also stay tuned, because in addition to the You Heard What I Said podcast,
Ooh.
for those of you that are having a little sleep deprivation, that want to be able to sleep peacefully throughout the night and have a hard time sleeping, stay tuned for You Heard What I Said White Noise coming soon as well.
Oh, nice. So excited. Part of those big things in 2024.
You might be on that show too.
No.
No, okay.
And
We're
let me
looking forward to
just say, throughout the testing process, it works, because I'm telling you, a few seconds, the grandbaby stopped fussing and will sleep 5 minutes later. So definitely tune into that.
There you go.
It's verified.
But also the You Heard What I Said White Noise is officially live on Rumble as well. And so for those of you that want to be able to listen to some quiet waves and some soothing music, well, not music, some soothing sounds to rock yourself to sleep, just like what Precious said, already a testament of how it works so well. You can definitely go to Rumble and take advantage of that right now as we speak.
Awesome. That's great. That's great.
Yeah.
And also coming March 1st. Stay tuned. Mark it in your calendars. We got some big things happening for you guys. So you'll love it.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
All right. That's a wrap. Once again, thank you, Hard Knock. We appreciate
Hard Knock.
No problem.
you're not just for being a guest, but also for the intro and the outro. And we will see you next. Oh,
Oh, yeah, go ahead. I was just gonna say, you know, it's 2024. I may have to make a new intro, new outro for 2024.
I think you should. I think
that'd probably be a good idea.
Absolutely. I think that's necessary. You know, why not?
And put some of the clips, you know, of y'all voices within the music.
Oh, getting fancy over here, Mr. Producer. Okay.
Maybe a good idea. We're working on it.
Right. Yeah. So that wasn't even a big thing that was coming March 1st. But look forward to that as well. So thanks again. It's a wrap.
All right, Kion, good seeing you again.
Good seeing you as well. It's been a minute. I forgot to hit the record button.
I haven't taken a shot in a minute.
Butterfly.
Just keep remember to just keep looking at that like it's the person.
We'll
See, you trying to poke me in my eye, dude? What the hell?
We talk about trust, like can it be repaired? So the person, you know, I guess whose trust was broken on their end, do you look at it like it's the amount of trust that you give the person, or it's the amount of trust that you're receiving from the person that's actually being broken? And I'm gonna tell you why I'm asking that. Like,
okay, wait, I can't. Can you make it bigger?
Yeah.
Or bring it down?
That's what she said. No.
I tend to have more of a personality where I get along better with guys because I'm not trying to be all involved in all the drama and chaos, and I think some of the females probably would have felt some kind of way anyway.
So then, would you have teamed if the girls wanted to team up with you, but yet you still hang out with the guys? Would you be open to that?
Knowing that it was a game, I'd probably be like, "Oh yeah, I got you."
If you say it like that, then okay.
Like, man, both sides. I didn't see my boobs when I was little. All right, but go ahead. Tough crowd. It was like salt. Like if you want to, you know,
good for you.
Anybody who ate boogers know they salty. As a kid, you don't know.
All right. Confession.
Kion ate them too.
Maybe
it's a boy thing.
I was just about to say that.
Confession.
That was not me.
Guilty. As charged.
I will say that.
Don't vote me off the podcast.
We're not voting you off. You're a permanent member. I will say that I did not eat them, but I will smear them places.
Probably even worse. See, look at the face of Kion. She's like, yeah, that probably is a little worse. At least I was disposing of them. You know.
I might wipe it on the table, wipe it on the wall.
All right.
Yeah, I got to see one time during the surgery, and it kind of felt like, because I think they ran it through an IV instead of putting that little mask on your face. And you know how I feel like when you rear tired and then you just fall into a deep sleep, and the next thing you know, you waking up like, "Ooh, that was some good sleep." Yeah. That's what it felt like. Yeah,
that's what I feel like when my doctor puts me on vitamin D pills. All of a sudden, I take that one pill and it's like, whoa, I feel it. Like I gotta go lay down.
For real?
I know what it is my vitamin D is usually low because I'm a homebody.
Oh, okay. So you just feel a jolt, like a.
Well, no, he would give me such a high dose to be like 50,000 units or something crazy like that, just to hurry up and increase it. But yeah, like after a while, it's like you just feel like pressure, like where it's like, oh shit, I'm tired. Like, no, I gotta go to sleep.
It makes you tired?
Yes, it like for about 2-3 days, like it'll just knock me out where I'm just overwhelmingly sleepy.
That almost makes sense. Well, not saying that it don't make sense, but you get vitamin D from the sun.
Yeah, right.
When you be out in the sun a lot, it do make you kind of sleepy. Like, when you, so. I don't know.
Yeah, it does kind of drain you where you like, oh, I ain't had a long.
Yeah, like I need a nap. Yeah.
Right. So yeah, that's how.
So how do you know? Besides going to the doctor, how do you know when you're low? How low can you go?
Usually you're
Go down low.
you're like extremely tired, sluggish. You know, those are kind of.
But that's how you feel after you take it, though. So how?
Right,
So
I know. Right?
That's weird. They're gonna give you some vitamin D because you're tired to make you even more tired.
I'm not the doctor.
I'm scared.
That's how you know, because you can be tired. Oh, really?
I have no idea.